gone as sickly as it had come. And harder to shake off with the feeling Harry had gotten with the teacher's look, a feeling he didn't like Harry at all. "Who's that teacher talking Professor Quirrell?" he asked Percy. "Oh, you know Quirrell already, do you? No wonder he's looking so nervous." "That's Professor Snape. He teaches Persians. He didn't want to. Everyone knows he's after Quirrell's job. Knows an awful lot about dark arts, Snape." Harry watched Snape for a while, but Snape didn't look at him again. At last, the desert too disappeared, and Professor Dumbledore got to his feet again. A hall fell silent. "Ahem, just a few more words now that we're all fed and watered. I have a few sort of pen notice to give you. First years should note that forest on the ground is forbidden to all pupils, and if you of our order students, you would do well to be remembered that as well." Dumbledore's twinkling eyes flashed in the direction of the Weasley twins. "I have also been asked by Mr. Filch, the caretaker, to remind you all that no magic should be used between classes and the corridors. Quidditch trials will be held in the second week of the term. Anyone interested in playing from their house teams should contact Madame Filch. And finally, I must tell you this year the third floor corridor on the right-hand side is out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to die a very painful of that." Harry laughed, but he was one of the few who did. "He's not serious," he muttered to Percy. "Must be," said Percy, frowning at them at Dumbledore. "It's all because it's a reason why not alright to go where someone. This forest full of dangerous beasts, everyone knows that. I do think he might told us prefects at least. And now before we go to bed, let us sing the school song," cried Dumbledore. Harry noticed that the other teachers' smiles had been rather fixed. Dumbledore gave his wand a little flick as if trying to get a fly off the end, and the long golden ribbon flew out of it, which rose high above the tables, into the seat itself, snake-like into words. "Everyone picked a favorite tune," said Dumbledore, "and off we go." And the school bellowed, "Hogwarts, Hogwarts, Hogwarty Hogwarts, tell there something, please, with a rheumy olden bod, or young with scabby knees. All has could do with feelings, with some interesting stuff. For now they're bare and full of air, they flies and bits of fluff. So teach us things we're knowing, bring back with the forgot. Just do your best when we're doing the best, and learn until the brains are rot." Everybody's missed their soul at different times. At last, only the Weasley twins are left singing along to a very slow funeral march. Dumbledore conducted their last few lines with his wand, and when they had finished, he was one of those who clapped the loudest. "Ah, music," he said, wiping his eyes, "and magic behind all we do here. And now bedtime. Off you trot." The Gryffindor first years followed Percy through the traveling crowd, out of the great hall, and up the marble staircase. Harry's legs were swelled like mad again, but only because he was so tired and full of food. He was too sleepy even to be surprised, But the people in the portraits along the corridors whispered and pointed as they passed, or they twice pursued them through doorways hidden behind the sliding panels and hanging tapestries. They climbed more staircases, yawning and dragging their feet, and Harry was just wondering how much further they had to go when they came to a sudden halt. A bundle of walking sticks were floating in the mid-air in front of them, and Harry Percy took a step toward them. They started throwing at themselves at him. Perhaps, Percy to the first years, a poltergeist. He raised his voice. Peeves, show yourself. A loud rude sound, like the air picked out of the balloon, answered, Do you want me to go to the bloody balloon? There's a pop, and a little man with wicked dark eyes and a wide mouth appeared, throwing cross-legged in the air, clutching the walking sticks. Ooh, he said with an evil cackle. Eagle fasties, what's on? They swooped suddenly at them. We all ducked. Go away, Peeves, or the Barry will hear about this. I mean it, barked Percy. Peeves startled the tongue and vanished, dropping the walking sticks on Neville's hat. They heard him zooming away, rattling coats of armor as he passed. You want to watch out the Peeves, said Percy. As he stepped on him, the bloody barons the only one who could control him when they listened to us prefects. Here we are. At the very end of the corridor hung a portrait with a very fat woman in a pink silk dress. Password? She said. Caput Draconis, said Percy, and the portrait swung forwards to reveal a round hole in the wall. They all scrambled through it. Neville lifted a leg up and found themselves in the Gryffindor common room, a cozy round room full of squashy armchairs. Percy directed the girls through one door to their dormitory, and the boys through another. At the top of the staircase, they're obviously one of the towers. They found their beds at last. 5 were truckers, hung with deep red velvet curtains. Their chart had already been brought up. Too tired to talk much, they pulled on their pajamas and fell into bed. Great food, isn't it? Ron murmured to Harry through the hangings. Get off, Scabbers! He's chewing my sweets. Harry was going to ask Ron if he had any of the treacle hurt. He fell asleep almost at once. Perhaps Harry had eaten a bit too much, because he had a very strange dream. He was wearing Professor Quirrell's turban, which kept talking to him, telling him much cheerfully to Slytherin at once, because it was his destiny. Harry told the turban he didn't want to be in Slytherin. It got heavier and heavier. He tried to pull it off, but tightened painfully. And there Malfoy, laughing at him as he struggled with it. And Malfoy turned into the hook-nosed teacher, Snape, whose like became high and cold. There's a burst of the green light, and Harry woke up, sweating and shaking. He rolled over and fell asleep again, and when he woke the next day, he didn't remember the dream at all. Thank you. Bye-bye.